Your first alert weather with Chief Meteorologist Brad Travis. 48's Umbrella a Week giveaway is sponsored by Mr. Rooter, your locally owned expert plumbers for over 34 years.
And Brad, it's been a dry couple of days. It's been a while since we've actually needed to use that umbrella.
Yeah,
a lot of us want the rain.
Had a few of those heavy downpours that kind of caught some people off guard, and everything kind of went away just in time for the 4th of July fireworks. And some of those continued last night, as we all know, and we'll probably have some of those later tonight too. But it's hot. Make sure you're staying hydrated. This heat will catch up with you. Traffic's in pretty good shape, although a lot of people on their way back from their vacation, whether it was on the beach or out here in Wheeler Lake. Very busy out on area lakes this weekend. Here's a quick look at the radar. Not much to talk about. We've kind of got the edge of this area, high pressure, right on the state line. This is going to adjust and move a little bit more east as we go through the day tomorrow, and then eventually we're going to be set up with scattered showers and storms just about each and every day for the rest of the week. We'll get there in a second. 72 tonight. More humidity. You may have already noticed that, but a clear sky. Lots of stars out there tonight. Sunrise at 5:40 tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon, again, I'm pushing stay hydrated, because if you were out in the sun most of the weekend and you work outside, you go back to work, make sure you're staying hydrated. If you start to get those cramps, you need to stop what you're doing and rehydrate. Isolated storms tomorrow, some locally heavy rain, but notice the majority of the showers and storms are up here into parts of Missouri, towards the Lake of the Ozarks, but around here, we have a fairly quiet weather pattern. This was a tropical storm. In fact, it fired up over the weekend, Chantel, and made its landfall here into the Carolinas, and it's just kind of slowly producing heavy rain, so they will have to watch flooding with that, but that's the main issue right now. Here's a look as we go beyond 5 o'clock. The model guidance not really indicating any good activity here. It's kind of overdoing it. The boundary itself, as I mentioned, is a little farther to the west, but there's still a chance in Lauderdale, Colbert, and Franklin County. We'll see an isolated shower storm, but that chance goes away right as the sun sets. Overnight tonight, very quiet, very light winds, maybe a touch of fog in some areas, but really not a big fog setup here. As we go through the morning hours tomorrow, we quickly warm into the 80s, and it's going to be in the mid-90s again tomorrow afternoon. But notice by the noon hour, we start to see a little bit more activity where it has been today pretty much, and that tracks to the east ever so slightly, maybe about 40 miles or so to the east of where we had today. So if you live in Huntsville, Arab, Albertville, Scottsboro, Fort Payne, maybe even Fayetteville, you may not see much rain at all until we get later into the afternoon, if that happens to be the case, and that would be from a boundary, a rain-cool boundary that spreads east. So the nature here, everything's going to be isolated, and things shut off again right at sunset. Mowing forecast, not too bad, but there will be days that have more rainfall, and that may include Wednesday and Thursday. A quick look now, we take a look at Wednesday's forecast. Actually, we're going to take a look at the rain on the roof here, and it shows you that increase in activity here Wednesday, Thursday into Friday. And then I really want to get to this forecast as we take a quick look at Tuesday. Scattered showers and storms, perhaps a little more likely as we go into the afternoon hours, and once again those fade away. But we could actually start Wednesday with a few showers and storms. There's your updated 10-day forecast. We fall back into the 80s, but the high humidity, it'll still feel like the 90s. But again, storm chances really start increasing Wednesday.